Servus everybody, today I'm going to teach you how to play the US. Again, I have already made like 50 different US guides, but this one is a little bit more historical. I've done one before where you lose the big sad within, where you lose the Great Depression in 1936, where you use, also one where you use all of the communist buffs here, which are incredibly busted, but this one is more historical. And I believe my cat will have to be tossed off of the table in a second because he's looking very curiously at my computer screen. But we'll talk about that when we get there. Now, as for construction, we are just going to build in all of our states with resources in them. Because we do have a big industry already, but we don't have access to it. So building even more isn't really that important, so I'd rather get more resources. And then, you know, we can also use the infrastructure construction speed buff for our actual mill factories that we're going to build. I am going to make one exception here. I'm going to build in North Carolina because I do know which event we are going to get first. So I'd rather get the additional construction speed for that one as well. Now, research is very simple. We're just going to get production, construction, and engineering. And then, sadly, we do have to play a little bit suboptimally, but I guess I'm fine with getting mountaineers already. We can't really use the MIOs just yet, so... Okay, Merlin, nein. We can't really use the MIOs yet because that costs PP, and we don't have the luxury of PP. So I'm just gonna get Mountaineers because you can't really use those. You can't. There's no MIO for Mountaineers anyway. So next thing, we're going to get medium lobbying effort once, and then we are going to continue the New Deal. Go to 5 speed. We're going to shift left click every single one of those stupid air wings, and then we're going to No, I misclicked. And then we're going to dismiss them. And then we might as well use fighters, tactical bombers, and cats because it's the most ones, and just deploy all of those. And just left click pilot exercises. Usually with any other country I would shift left click, but the US has so much oil that doesn't really matter. For the Navy, same thing. We're going to shift left click every single one of those anchors and then control right click them into Norfolk. We're going to shift left click the unassigned divisions up here, right click once into General, right click once into Field Marshal. And then we're going to set up an aerial defense as well. This one doesn't matter too much, but I just don't want to bother with getting the, what is it called? Attrition, with attrition management. I just don't want to bother with it, so I'm just going to spread them out already. And then we're going to shift left click the 44th Infantry Division, disband the rest. Now, the 44th Infantry Division is one of the bigger divisions, which means we're going to get the most army XP. We're going to left click this one as well, because SUS, if you know about history, or if you don't know about history, we do have around 5 years before anything kicks off. So I'd rather get the most army XP for the least amount of resources. Now, Paradox did fix the one division training thing, but it still works. It just takes a while to ramp up. So right now the game remembers, oh, you had 36 divisions, oh well, X thousand manpower deployed, and then steadily every single week the game will be like, all right, you know, like you lost a couple of divisions in war, So now your 100% is ticking over to, instead of 100,000, you now have 59,000, and so on and so forth, until we're down to the 12,000. And then we're going to get the max amount of army XP, even if we were to train 100 divisions or 1 division. If that's our max army, that's still going to be the same army XP. And the army XP scales with the amount of battalions in your division, but I'm not going to bother with making this one chunkier. I'm fine with that. Now, as for the international market, it doesn't really matter too much. I'm still going to sell this stuff because it's just free money at this point. And again, it will take until 1941 until we have to, or 1939, 1940, until we have to worry about fielding an army. So I am just going to sell all of our crap that we have. And then we can also put, I'm gonna put convoys and the planes on high, the rest on medium. That should be fine. DI should very much like to buy this. And then I'm going to put everything on support equipment. It isn't really that important, in my opinion. Support equipment does have the bonus that you're not going to reassign this, so we can use the production efficiency. It's not a big deal, but might as well use it. Now, as for the Navy production, I'm going to cancel everything that's not about halfway finished, you know. Like, that's the Farragut class. I wouldn't ever use this destroyer, but it's almost finished, so for a screen, that's fine for a screen. It's not my preferred screen, but it's gonna perform fine. Which also means I'm gonna unassign all of those, and then we can just finish all of these. And then I'm going to put 5 on convoys, already bump up the repair queue. And aircraft, I'm also just gonna unassign all of this. I believe that is everything. Right, we can also take a look at generals. As for our first general, I do like Truscott, just the engineer. Like, the US has so many good generals. And also MacArthur. So we're gonna use as many of them as we can. Okay, the final thing we can talk about is MIOs. As always, I do like to go for the production buffs for the MIOs and then later on get the stats, because let's be real here, the 3% breakthrough are nice, but if we take a look at the Garand, that's 3.0 breakthrough. 3% breakthrough isn't really gonna make any difference. At least in the early game. Like, later on when you get a good gun, then I guess, you know, like this one has almost twice the amount of breakthrough. The 3% is gonna be a little bit of a difference there. But I'd rather get crappy guns and then we have more guns, which means we can produce more, which means we get more MIO funds, you know, like, it's just good to have the additional production stuff. So for the cut version, I'm not going to go in deep with this. Because ultimately, I don't think it really matters that much. Now, as for your tank designers, you can pick between Chrysler and Army Ordnance for your medium tanks. The Army Ordnance gives you breakthrough and defense and production efficiency cap and gain, whereas Chrysler gives you reliability and output cost. The rest of this is the same, which is a little bit weird if I'm being honest, but I guess it's neat that the US can pick between these different misclick. That the US can pick between these MIOs, but I'm just gonna go with the Army Ordnance because the additional breakthrough defense is very good. I'll see if I worry about the fast tank designer. It's actually pretty decent, or it could be decent, but we'll talk about it later, if I worry about it. Now, the cast designer, also very cool, very fun. Just gets a bunch of ground attack. The naval aircraft designer, we shouldn't really have to worry about it. We do have our Navy as the US, so I'm not gonna worry about it now. I might build it because like nav bombers are still pretty cool. Actually, it's also good for your carriers, but yeah, later. If I worry about it, I'll worry about it later. Then we also have Boeing. No. And then we can pick between Lockheed or the North American Aviation. Personally, I tend to go for the North American Aviation just because you get 25% air attack and then a bunch of speed and range and so much more range on your fighters. There we go. And if we're being honest, like Boeing, apart from being absolutely a meme right now, you do have, like, it's just a strat bomber designer, and you can use strat bombers, but it's just for your own fun. Like, yeah. In my opinion, strat bombing is not worth it. Right, we still have the MIOs for ships. That's very simple. You just get all of the escorts is for your screens, submarines for your submarines, battleships for your capital ships, and then carriers for your carriers. As for the submarine designer, I personally go with the left one because that's a raiding submarine designer, as opposed to the right one, which is more for torpedoes and such. For, you know, using them. I suppose. No. I still like the one, left one more. Also, I don't know why they gave you minus 1% speed. It's neat. Okay, that is everything here. With that, after 14 minutes, we can finally unpause. Yep, those are training, and then we just need to wait until the ships are stacked up, which is going to take a while because of those stupid submarines. They are very slow. And as you can see, everyone is already buying all of our crap. Which doesn't mean our stockpiles will be at 0. But it doesn't really matter to me, in my opinion. Because I really want to see those roads getting built. Okay, Navy is stacked up. We're just gonna drag over them and press G. This stacks them up, and then we're going to create a new task force and press the submarines, and boom. The submarines are, as you've already seen, very slow, so we don't want them in the same task force as our big stack. And for the submarines, I do like Stark because of the blockade runner and the spotter. And the Death Stack gets assigned to Nimitz because of the naval lineage. Spotter, superior tactician, very much like that guy. I mean, his traits, I don't know about his politics, so. And I think he's already dead. So we're just gonna left click these guys as well. As the US, you have the benefit that A, it's gonna take 5 years until you get into the war, and B, you do have a lot of oil. So I am personally very fine with just left clicking all of our guys for training. Get as much Army, Navy, and Air XP as we can. And then we are going to go with another small lobbying effort, as well as hiring the financial expert. And then we're going to go with WPA. And like, even if we're training everything right now, and we're still getting all of our fuel. It's insane. I'm also immediately going to get the naval reform and instilled aggression. Naval reform, you can also get the module research speed, but I like the Navy XP because then I won't have to worry too much about it. And then we're also going to go with dispersed industry. I'm going to make an exception here. Usually I will just say, you know, like concentrated, but the US and the Soviet Union are the only two nations in the current state where dispersed industry is preferable, because concentrated is much better right now because of all the MIO research, because of all the MIO production efficiency buffs. However, dispersed industry, because we are playing as the US, and you know, as I already said, US isn't doing too great right now. So we're going to industrialize we're going to militarize relatively late. We are already extremely industrialized, but our mill factories are going to chime in, you know, 1939, 1940, when Germany is already at war. So at that point, we are going to start building mill factories. And same thing for the Soviets. You are a couple of years before Barbarossa. You're going to start with getting a ton of mill factories. So you just do want as much production efficiency base as you can. As the Soviet Union, no, I'm not going to talk about it. I personally think it's not that big of a deal. It's also just fun to scale that much, but you know, with the US, I personally think it's very good to have them to have their dispersed. Okay. A lot of talking. I'm not sure. There we go. We're going to get Taft and another small lobbying effort, and then we're going to work on the Great Depression by getting the Agricultural Adjustment Act. Okay, dockyards are ready. We're going to use one of those 1936 cruiser hulls, and we're going to strap some catapults on this thing. As well as, actually, that one has to go into this spot, because we're going to get radar later. And then we're also going to use Norfolk. Then I'm also going to use the auto upgrade, and I'm going to assign them to the spyglass. So the game knows, okay, those are spotters. When we design our ships later, we know where our cruisers are, or where those spotters are. There we go. I'm just gonna put like 5 on this one. And then I also want some torpedo destroyers, which means we're going to use the 1936 destroyer hull. And then we're going to use the torpedo launchers. Also auto upgrade on this one. Norfolk. Light battery 1. There we go. For this one, I don't really mind it too much. Like, I'm just gonna use the gun here. You can split them up, but it doesn't matter too much in my opinion. Like, sure, we're gonna have some crappy destroyers in here as well, but natural selection will take its place, will do its job. There we go. We're just gonna create one of those, and the game, once we get another research, should say, oh no, this one isn't really that great, because we... No, never mind. I guess it's gonna take a while, because it should use, it should do the auto upgrade thing, but I don't really care about the batteries for those guys. Like, if I could, I would unassign this battery, but we can't. We have to strap at least one gun on this thing. We're also going to get radios. And then I'm going to use one of those, I'm gonna get one of those infantry things, even though we don't get the most benefit from that. Okay, we're also going to switch away from the Bureau of Ordnance into, there we go, into the efficient communications, because I do like torpedo hit chance, and I don't like not having torpedo hit chance. We are also going to go with the War Department. And I guess I'm gonna click small lobbying effort already. I sure like politics in my World War II game. There we go. As you can see, we're slowly getting more and more army XP because the game is starting to realize, oh wait, you don't have that big of an army. Okay, War Department. Next is Neutrality Act. And then we're going to lobby once more. It is election time, which means you could go for Alf Landon, or you get 20% infrastructure speed and you are not picking Alf Landon. And I mean, look at this guy, like, I would do anything for him. There we go. He has been elected president again. And at this point, I am fine with eating a little bit of ahead of time stuff. So dispersed construction, improved machine tools. And in a minute, we are done with all of our roads that we're building. Okay, Senator from North Carolina. Perfect. I am going to build once. Oh, look at that. We already have 100% infrastructure here. What a coincidence. There we go. They make a lot of good points. And I guess we can also get radio detection already. Okay, now things are a little bit dicey. We have to get Ironhour. We have to get improved worker conditions and refuge to German scientists. Nom nom nom, research speed, yes. Which also means we're going to get the Selective Training Act now. Gives us more manpower, which we will not need. But it's good. It's just... manpower is nice. And then we can also get the Professional Officer Corps. More Army XP. Look at it. Okay, a shipbuilding industry we could invest in. I don't really care about it, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm gonna do it once. You don't really need it. Isn't it? Wait, what? Wasn't it New York? Oh, New York was up here. I'm sorry. I'm being European again. There you go. Bump this one up. And then we are going to go... Oh, well, we're going to wait until the Fair Labor Standards Act unlocks. Might as well do a small lobbying effort once more. You know what, I'm fine with putting 3 more on convoys. There we go. Now we have the crappier ones because they have batteries and I don't care about the batteries. So we're going to go with the outdated equipment again, unassign those. And then we just have to find the cruiser and the destroyer. There we go. There we go. We can go Fair Labor Standards Act. I believe we lost a few days, but sure. I guess the Germans are gonna win World War II now. And I think we can already start using a little bit of our MIO stuff. I'm gonna get the 1936 heavy ship hull. Okay, I have to check with my notes for a second here. Gotta be most efficient here. I'm thinking... Actually, yeah, I'm fine with building a few more roads here. There we go. Let's just bump these up because they have a lot of building slots down here. Those I'm not gonna worry about because they have to, yeah, okay. So this is everything I'm going to build roads in. The rest doesn't have too many building slots that you can make use of. So I don't think it's gonna be too worth it. I think we just... Hello? Shortcuts? Okay, works again. We're also going to get the smoke generators now. And then I'm gonna get range improvements once. as well as interwar artillery. We have to be a little bit careful with our Navy XP now. I guess I'm fine with just dumping them onto the carriers here. Okay, Fair Labor Standards Act. We're gonna do another small lobbying effort. And then... what was it? Arsenal of Democracy. Just a casual 6 melt factories and 6 dockyards. I'm not gonna worry about another dockyard in New York though. So I'm not sure how scripted the rest of the events are, but if you're getting mill construction things, then just take them, and everything else I wouldn't really worry about. Might as well get the active sonar. Okay. Then we're going to build in South Carolina. Where's Michigan? There we go. We're just gonna build in South Carolina and Michigan. Depending on how much I want to trigger you. And yeah, sure, let's also get better torpedoes. As well as fire control. With that, we can at least make use of our Navy XP. Because if you are using Navy, fire control, damage control are super important, as well as the smoke generators. Okay, we just finished the Fair Labor Standards. No, the Arsenal of Democracy. Which means we are going to go with the Air Warplanes divisions. Sure. At this point, I don't really want to bother with it, so I'm just gonna... like, if you want to micro it, you can, but because of the MIO buffs, I'm just gonna swap to those and then use the best ones. Like, I'll let the AI manage that, even though that is inefficient. Okay, then let us build... I guess more artillery. There we go, I'm just gonna do something like that, that should be fine. And I'm just gonna build a few more Civ factories. Just to spread everything out. Oh, fuck off! It's all just getting invalidated. I'm gonna... once we have the better torpedoes, I'm gonna swap them. And not sure if it's worth it already, but I'm just gonna get computing machines. Oh, we do have the capital ships at this point. Wait, did I got them right? Yes. Maybe I was just blind because I didn't see the heavy ship. There we go. I was just blind. Not that amazing, TBH, but I am just gonna build this heavy ship. It's gonna be fine against the AI. Oh no, we need chromium for that. Woe is me. Okay, I'm just gonna continue building a few more Civ factories. I'm gonna spread these out just to get all of our construction buffs here. And then 5 hiding drills as well. I'm probably just gonna rush down those 3 so we have them. I know what. Rest I'm just gonna put on convoys. Should be fine for now. We could get carriers, but I really don't like those carriers. I want at least 1940 carriers. I mean, I also don't like the 1936 capital ships, but I picked them anyway. MacArthur gets aggressive assaulter, and this guy gets fortress buster. As for the admirals, this one is our big boy. I guess destroyer leader is nice. And cruiser captain. And the last one, I think I am just gonna leave up until we get something better. Because the 10% AA attack is... it's good, but not that amazing in my opinion. Oh, we have a lone wolf. But I want a sea wolf. Lancer. And the rest we can get later. Okay, there we go. We just got air warplanes divisions. And then we kind of have to wait until world tension spikes a little bit. Oh, what? Did I? Why did I? What? Sure, but that should be auto purchase. Whatever. Bracket shooting. Oh, fuck. Oh, I was a moron. I knew I should have kept my CP, but I was like, I don't have anything better to do right now, so that is actually pretty bad. I think I'm gonna reload for that, for the... should be fine. Okay, perfect. Yep. So... I'll just have to remember that for the edit. Let me just quickly make a note here. Okay. Can we send an attaché? Nope. We need to improve relations with China a little bit. And then I'm just gonna rebuild this crappy capital ship. Wait, did I? I guess I already had that one built. Whoops. Fine. It's just... Wait, what? Okay. I believe there were 2 lines on this heavy ship, right? Maybe I'm just cooked. Okay, I'm gonna put the heavy ship here now. And the convoys at the bottom. Okay, air warplanes divisions. Can we send an attaché? Not yet. Okay. That's fine, we're just gonna bank on our PP a little bit, on our focus. No, whatever, it's fine. Okay, we can send the attaché to China, which gives us 35% war support, which means we can do giant wakes. We did lose a few days. You can improve relations a little bit earlier. It's fine. Like, it's not a big deal that we lost those few days. I'm also gonna get the symmetric radar. Simply because we can strap that one on all of our boats then. And we have access to actually quite a bit of factories, but we have 81 on consumer goods right now. There we go. Which means we can go partial mob. Now that China Wakes has finished, we are going to do one more small lobbying effort. And I believe it was wartime industry. No, we're gonna wait a bit until the Federal Housing Act. Yep. Oh, now that we have giant wakes, we are also just going to industrialize as much as we can. Just build everywhere, honestly. I'm just gonna finish the ones that we are building right now. The few Civ factories. But the rest we're going to cancel. Okay, Federal Housing Act, which does remove the rest of the Great Depression. We just got 40 factories, and it's gonna be even more that we're gonna get. Okay, we shouldn't need command power anymore, so Aggressive Assaulter for MacArthur, Fortress Buster for Truscott, Bolt Attack, and you shouldn't get it, but I'm gonna get Smoke and Fire now, because otherwise I'll forget about it. It's better to get doctrines and actual templates. And then might as well get the other infantry upgrades here without MIOs, because I do want the War Industrialist. Which I guess was a bit of a misplay for some of those MIOs, but I haven't played the US with the MIOs yet. So probably should have used a little bit fewer of those because we lost PP and all that. Now, Japan is saying we are a meanie, but Japan is the one that started the war, so our attachés will be sent where they please. Where we please. And then we are going to go with the air support. As well as amending the budget and getting some Italian scientists as well. Okay, industry is kicking off. Let's just get a bit more AA. And I just put things up like this. I will worry about it in a minute. So just do this and then in a minute we'll fix it. Admittedly, if you were to play it properly, you should fix it now, from the beginning, from the get-go, but I am way too lazy for that. I'm also going to actually yeah, let's just develop aluminum everywhere once. I suppose I should have waited 2 years before I do that, but it's not gonna make that big of a difference. And let's get the 1938 medium tank without MIOs. Put more on AA, oh god. I will legitimately have to do this properly in a minute. Because we're getting way too many factories now. I just finished air support. Which means we're going to get escort fighters now. And I'll just take a quick piss, I'm sorry. Sorry, I just have to check a few things. What? Just skip ahead. Okay, as for production, what would make sense? I guess we can get a few more trucks. And with a few more trucks, I mean, we can get trucks. Ah! Well, we have way too much industry. There we go, just chuck it in there. I don't want to bother with it. I first want to get proper research. We are getting the improved medium airframe, which does sadly take pretty much an entire year. But I feel like it is gonna be worth it. We can also get centralized control and acro service. I think next best thing. Yeah, I'm gonna get a few more of those. Few more of those gun upgrades. Just 30 days for this one. That's just so good. I guess we could also swap to modules, so it's even faster. And even Mengu. What the fuck? Japan already asked me, why do I care about Menguko? You don't even exist in real life. 25 pp. Man! You know what? I'm actually going to build some suppression light tanks. Just because we can afford them. Okay, next focus What does the magical document? Oh, right, resource slots. Scientist Haven is the next focus, and then after that one we're going to get the Scientific Research and Development Office. Oh, fuck, I forgot about the War Industrialist. Because of all the... I guess we didn't really lose that much, but, you know, because of all the MAO stuff and all that. I'm gonna get Excavation 2 here. There we go. I was just gonna put everything on 15 here. Actually playing very suboptimally, but should be fine. Okay, we have the basic medium chassis. I am just going to get the improved engines as well. And the AA stockpiles are actually very low, so I'm just gonna bump it on a bit more on AA. And then let's just get a few more trucks. I'm gonna get one rubber from British Malaya, I suppose. There we go. First research slot is here. We are going to get the second research slot, and I might as well get one chromium from the UK. And then we're gonna get engineers 2. Let's get a bit more support equipment. And then we can get the dispersed and all that. Does it already make... No, it doesn't make sense to build tanks yet. There we go, let's just build more guns, I guess. More trucks. And then we're just gonna continue with some armor for our tanks, military construction, and then after that... Oh fuck, right. Not with the... Not armor. I first want construction and advanced machine tools. But after that we're going to get a bit more armor and then also the better artillery tech here. And then a bit more gun tech. And I guess we can also get better excavation tech. And I'm gonna get just 3 more rubber from Malaya. economy of Illinois, I don't care. That is not a mill factory. That is the only thing that matters right now. Because as you can see, we are running out of factories. And for the rest, I'm not even going to be efficient here. I'm just going to build everywhere. If you wanted to be efficient, you should build in the 80% of provinces first. But I'm not going to bother with it. Might as well get free on trains here. Okay, after this, we're going to get the the wartime industry. Oh, and we are capped with our Navy tech. Bit of a bummer. Navy XP. So just gonna chuck this stuff over here. We could also get the Marines already. I guess I'm gonna get the Marines first before I finish the Navy doctrines. What? I started the armor protection and it costs us 5 army XP to change the production now? That's crazy. I never realized that. Okay. Bro, I don't want that many mill factories. Oh. There we go. I'm just gonna build artillery, I guess. And then I'm going to hire the air reformer, as well as General Motors, now that we have the wartime industry. And then time to get even more naval dockyards. I believe we can build some flame tanks. Oh, yeah. We can build some flame tanks now. There we go. I'm gonna go with some cheap flame tanks for now. I'm gonna still build them under Chrysler. Add with Chrysler. There we go. Just gonna chuck 50 on the 25 on this, and then we can unassign a few of those artillery, a bunch of trucks. There we go. Just gonna make use of our rubber here. There we go, that's fine. And I'm also gonna get the ahead of time medium tank here. New munitions plant in Missouri. Yes, please. There we go. Bump this one up. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter anymore. We don't really... the senators don't matter to us anymore. We have already completely... secured, stabilized our power. I'm also gonna get the 1940 carrier now. Wanted it without MIO, but it's fine. Okay. What else can we research at this point? Wouldn't mind getting the other engines, but we have to wait until the airframes are done anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Better landing craft would be cool. Better hulls would be neat. Sure, let's go with the better destroyer hull as well. 2 Oceans Navy. Now we also have to manage even more dockyards. Although, if we're being honest, it doesn't really matter that much. The stuff that we have right now is enough to carry us everywhere. Alright. Yusake projects. And then we can also get Bradley for some very, very cheap superior firepower doctrines. And then I'm gonna get survivability studies once. Oh, and we are running out of building slots. Haha, almost. There we go. Just bump the 100% once full. I'm not gonna worry too much about everything here. I'm just gonna build more convoys for a second. Wait, did I assign Chrysler? Yeah, with the flame tanks I used Chrysler. There we go. I guess we can still produce with Chrysler. It doesn't, the stats don't really matter too much to me because it's flame tanks, but I do want the funds in the Army Ordnance Department. There we go. World War II has kicked off, which means we can now build as big of a navy and as strong of ships as we want them to be. And we could declare war on Japan, but I just want compensation. We're also gonna get the M1 Thompson now. Some PP from Japan. I thought about getting the naval reformer, but does it really matter for us? I guess we could still get him now. Okay, in 100 days I can do something proper with our stuff. I just want some proper tanks or just anything proper I can build, but for that we're still missing the tech. Okay, then we're going to get the Ware group, and that is pretty much the important focuses that we are picking. I'm gonna get the improved computing machines now. And I don't think, yeah, we don't really need PP anymore. So I'm gonna annex Greenland. There we go. And then we can get the big engines. Not sure how we get Iceland. Did we get Iceland? No. I think that's an event that pops up at some point. Okay, I believe it is time we take a look at getting a proper army setup, though. I mean, doctrines are almost done anyway. So let us start chucking down some infantry divisions, some marines, and everything else. I believe it's... Yeah. It makes the most sense to design a proper infantry division first. Usually I would bother with some defensive divisions, but honestly, since we are gonna get into the war so late anyway, I think I'm fine with just building offensive divisions throughout. There we go. 25 with infantry division. Medium flame tanks. Support AA. Fuck this chair, man. Okay. There we go. That's our infantry division. We're gonna dismiss the rest. I am going to create another garrison division with just the light tanks that we've built. Don't care about the cavalry, don't care about... Actually, the armored division is probably fine. Although it's probably... Yeah, it's not that great. We can still keep it. Okay, then we're gonna use the garrison division. And probably don't have that... we do have enough light tanks. Rest we can put on Civ Oversight. Probably should have done it earlier, but And Greenland we're gonna put on our local police force. Yep, local police force is fine by me. And then we're just gonna pump out as many of those infantries as we can. We are going to turn you into this division as well. And don't have to train you anymore. I'm gonna shift left click this guy now. And I'm gonna try something that I usually don't do. I've heard from some people that field hospitals are very good now with the trickle back, the experience loss. So I'm just gonna try it. Usually I don't go for field hospitals, but again, might as well have a little bit of fun here. If I didn't go for field hospitals right now, the other recon companies, logistics companies, 1940 infantry, truck tech, artillery tech, a bunch of the navy tech, heavy ships. There's still so much that we could get. Right, where group now? Do we already have the, nope, we don't. Ah, it's down here, okay. 30 days. Still gonna be inefficient for another 30 days, but after that we can create some proper flame tanks, or proper tanks. Alright, we're gonna get the 1944 airframe now. I suppose I should have focused on that earlier, but eh. And also Manchukuo! Come on! Fucking hell. Everybody just wants us to leave China. Okay, then we also are gonna get the heavy MGs, the last one that we need for our proper airframes. And then let us take a look at the medium tank. It's not extra ammo storage, right? Yeah, that's heavy machine guns. Is it? God damn it, why did I take that screenshot? Right, army ordnance, and then I'm gonna bump the engines a bit more, Christie suspension. There we go. We're gonna use the Sherman like that for now, and then later on we can get more speed on this thing and also more breakthrough. Did I use Chrysler? I think I used Chrysler again. Nope. Okay. There we go. Let's just start pumping out a billion of those. Really don't need those light tanks. Really don't need those. Oh god, that cripbles the rest of our economy. But as you can see, we are already running out of building slots. So I am fine with helping out the Soviet Union a little bit here. It's getting all of those steel. Look at this. This didn't make a dent in our economy. Whoops. Excavation 4 for Alaska. Okay. Okay. Airplane tech is fine. We have everything there. We're fine here. I'm gonna get logistics next. And then we are also going to just deploy those guys as soon as possible. And again, just shift left click them to train them. Wasn't there something special forces somewhere? Yeah, there we go. The airborne divisions. Okay, we're gonna get Louisiana maneuvers now, and then the airborne divisions. And we could also do something with Mexico, but I'm just gonna embargo them. It's the one that has the least hassle connected to it. True, we could use some armored recon for once. Because we're playing as the US. But I'm just gonna get the motorized recon. Support AA, and then later on we are also gonna add logistics to these guys. There we go, that's the armored divisions. And then I guess I'm fine with already creating a fast flame tank. There we go. The fast tank designer is coming in handy. Don't tell me I just overrode the Sherman. Okay, I did not. Because that one is also called the Sherman. Whew! There we go. Just use numbering, please. There we go. With that, that's 6.8 versus the... Yeah. I'm fine with using two different ones here. No! I misclicked. That should still be this one, and then... No, wait, I think I just unassigned the Sherman. Fuck. Whatever. There we go. I wanted to do this. And then we're gonna do this. That way we have the... we still have a bunch of the smaller... the cheap flame tanks, but then we also have the fast flame tanks for the Sherman. I mean, yeah, for our offensive divisions, for our fast divisions. Alright, as I said, I usually don't build field hospitals, but I just want to try it this game. And then in the edit I can say, whoa, they were so good, or what the fuck am I doing? Why did I do this? It was a waste of my time. I'm gonna develop a little bit of steel here, everything once. And then let's also do aluminum again. And we might as well get an agency going. Soviet-German trade agreement. That's a little bit late. But I'm not judging. Okay, next things we're gonna get is all of the infantry tech. And just keep on deploying those divisions. We need as many of them as we can. Because war is coming to, I mean, not Europe, to America. To the world. As for the thingy here, wait, did I? Oh fuck, I never undersigned Taft, right. There we go, the Economist should have gotten that guy. As for agency, intel agency, just pick army department, all of those departments up here. Commando training, the YouTube pills, and crypto department is pretty good. And the rest I only go for in very late games. Okay, I'm actually gonna get the Army of the United States already. Because actually it's mobilization speed, that's not even that great. Whatever, I already picked it. And then we only have submarine offensive and then we're done with our doctrines, our Navy doctrines. As for Air Force doctrines, I guess we can already get formation flying. Sure. Legitimately, I'm just gonna pump in everything on Shermans now. Better recons. And there we go. Mainland US has run out of building slots. I guess we're gonna build in the Philippines. Oh right, I can still build in Hawaii. Very important. Okay, and the rest, again, I'm just gonna build in the Philippines. Industrialize these guys a little bit as well. Right, Navy. Cruiser captain, destroyer leader. For our big boy. Rest I'm gonna leave for now. Ooh, actually concealment expert. Concealment expert Lancer. I'm gonna go for this. And then you can go over here, and the dev stack we're also gonna send over to the Philippines. I'm gonna do research grants, and what's our... Yeah, we can do amend the budget again. As well as granting statehoods everywhere. And a bit more steel development. There we go. Keep on deploying those divisions. Then we're gonna get the airborne divisions to get our second doctorate. What? No, special forces branch. As well as landing craft. What the fuck? No! You already asked me! I'm not gonna abandon China. Radar tech and then better industry. Those guys are now repairing from all of the fighting that they've done. So I'm gonna send you into Manila. And they are probably not gonna perform all that great, but I'm still gonna put the submarines on raiding here and then just split them up until you have 8 submarines. 8 submarine stacks. Split them up by pressing D, I'm sorry. Okay, how damaged is our... Ugh. We only have access to 1 of those dockyards. Can't annex the Philippines yet. Should still have... Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna send the ships back to San Diego then. And we actually need to lobby again. So I'm gonna do a small lobbying effort because I want the Women's Service Armed Service Integration Act. I believe... Oh no, we just got 2 sides, okay. It's fine. The planning speed is okay. Manhattan Project is nice. Yeah, I'm gonna get Manhattan Project already. We probably are not gonna need it. Like, we're gonna finish before we can make use of the nukes. But nukes are fun to use. So, if you want to fight the Soviets after that, then that makes the most sense to get it now. We're still gonna keep FDR. Even though it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, that is the torpedo destroyer. Ah, might as well give you radar. And then we still need this cruiser, and we're gonna give you radar as well. Very important. And I'm fine with losing the construction here. There we go. It has 10 slots again. I'm not crazy. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. I can already read the comments. All right, at this point we can also start pumping out some of those armored divisions. And then we're gonna structure those perfectly, properly. Actually, you're a panzer expert. What else do you have? Infantry leader. Nah, we don't need you as a panzer expert. There we go. We're gonna train these guys as well. And then let me just quickly take a look. You need another 7. Which means we're gonna do 24, and then we're gonna do another 7 once. I'm gonna cancel some of these. There we go, 7 once. And then, as I said, usually don't build field hospitals with these. Although, wait a minute. We need mountaineers first. That does unlock rangers, right? Yep, there we go. Add rangers on these. And I think I'm just gonna get rid of support RT here. Yeah. Let's try it. There we go. That's gonna be our offensive infantry division. Logistics definitely. I just don't see it. I just don't see it for tanks. Like, we need recon, we need medium flame. I guess the flame tanks is the... But it's still so good. Okay. I'm not gonna use field hospitals for these. There we go. That is the armored division, and then I need one more thing. There we go. That's the Marines. And then we also don't need those anymore. There we go. We also can do some proper mountaineers, but honestly, yeah, I'm not gonna bother with it. If we need to push somewhere where our tanks aren't able to push and our infantry aren't able to push for some reason, then I'm just gonna use the proper marines there. I also just remembered, probably should have researched small airframes for cars. I was so focused on the heavy fighters that I completely forgot about cars. Okay, radar. Right, I want better nukes. There we go, then we're gonna get the CAS aircraft designer. We can demote the Philippines once. And it is time to have a little bit of fun. There we go, that should be our airplane design. Let me just quickly double and triple check. Yep, that looks good. Stats are still very low because we don't have that much MIO. We don't have that many MIO buffs, and we are still missing a few doctrines. But we're just gonna start pumping out a couple of those. There we go. Let's just divert everything that we have in there. Okay, I think I'm fine with that. Just chucked 80 factories on those. We don't need the steel anymore. We are just gonna fund British Malaya and Vichy France. Sure, let's make it fun. Let's make it interesting. Get a bunch from Vichy France and a bunch from the Soviets. And finally, our economy has been crippled a little bit. There we go, flying tigers. And then we can get the women in the workforce, in the army force. We don't need the fighters anymore. We don't need this. We don't need the tactical bombs. We don't need the heavy fighters. We want heavy fighters, CAS, and nav bombers, although we don't have any right now. So that's fine. Okay, we have this tech. We could get some more special forces tech. But I really like my better howitzer for the Sherman. Okay, we have a bunch of new ships now. I'm just gonna get them over to our other navy, to our dev stack. Get them over here, and then that should be enough to deal with Japan. I'm just gonna shift left click these guys as well. Oh, well, again, to train the rest of our navy. And then let's get our final naval doctrine. There we go. We're also gonna swap to naval refit yards once we can for the additional repair speed. And then let's get a bit more armor tech. Because I'm gonna make the third flame tank. But for that one I actually need to look up the design. Because that's a breakthrough flame tank, and that sounds super interesting to use. So I want to experiment again. It is extremely expensive, but it's gonna be fine because we're playing the US. What is this? That's the stabilizer. There we go. Just gonna chuck all the armor on it, and then we need. We could get interlaced road wheels, but I just don't like how much speed we're losing here. Yeah. There we go. I'm fine with the 9.1 kmh. So that's the extremely expensive flame tank that you should only use for offensive divisions. I'm just gonna try it here. And for that one, we are also going to wait. Oh, because I haven't produced it yet, have I? Maybe it's... Ah, there we go. I'm just gonna unassign the... Should be the top one, yeah. Because that one is also medium flame tank 2 for some reason. But we are... For the infantry, I'm going to unassign the medium flame tank 2, because that one is very expensive. I only want that one on our actual offensive divisions. And then just in case we can put another 5 on this. On the crappy tank. Alright, that is pretty much it. We can get the tank doctrines. Let me just quickly take a look. I assume we need this one because that one only says 2 size, but I assume that's these 2 that we unlock from the focus down here. So we're gonna go with the tank destroyer doctrine. Ah, okay, yeah. Available as dedicated tank factory. Tank destroyer doctrine gives us mobile tank destroyer and tank destroyer board. No, okay. We're gonna go down to the main battle tanks now. For Detroit Arsenal and dedicated tank factories. No, that's not this one. What? What? Okay, wait. Oh, that's right. Right. That's a different MIO. Do we get the periscope set somewhere then? I guess we already have them. I never know with those yellow or those golden ones. I suppose we probably have it already. Okay, better radar. And then let's also upgrade the Sherman. The Sherman. Fuck me. Fuck me. Wait, and I think I just killed the... Nope, that's fine. That was the right one. Thought I killed the tank production. Okay, I accidentally used the flame tank Sherman that we designed earlier here. So that is... We did lose a little bit here. Shouldn't matter too much. I'm just gonna strap the better medium howitzer on this thing. And give it more armor so it's in line with our flame tanks in terms of speed. And that is looking very nice indeed now. But it is very expensive. Oh. Wait, did we run out of... We ran out of Civ factories? Okay, I am going to... Wait, can we convert Shermans? Yes, we can convert those. Wait. We would convert our medium flame tank 2s as well. I hope that's this flame tank. Okay, wait a minute. There we go. Okay, it looks like we would be converting the medium flame tank 2. If I can trust this. We would convert our crappy flame tanks, which I am fine with. Then let us... You know what? I'll do something like this. And then... you know what? I'm just gonna cripple our economy for a second. Produce as many things as we can, and then let's get rubber again. Japan, come on. Surely you want to go to war. Okay, then let's also get some of those proper marines out. $24 to be precise. And then let's get the tanks. I'm gonna make one tank stack, I think. There we go. Sure. I'm gonna assign Eisenhower to this guy and then MacArthur for our offensive one. And then let's get Patton for our tanks. No! We're missing one for a proper marine stack. We can't build 2 full marine stacks. Sure. I don't really care about those excavate. I mean, the excavation tech is still nice. I guess I'm gonna join the Tizard. Seriously, how do I? Why did the British get Iceland? I have played the I have puppeted Iceland before, but I don't remember it. How I did it. Editor, mention it. How we can annex Iceland here. Ooh, better engines. Okay, we can start building cars now as well. Sure, let's get submarines. Hi, Marlene. It's always so dorky how he just. What was that for? Just walking across the table, stretching, and then continuing to. Okay. We do have to send someone away. I think it's always Stillwell that I go for. Yeah, goodbye Stillwell. You know what, I might as well upgrade you guys already. Okay, let's just quickly think. We have the armored division here. That's fine. We have the infantry, we have the marines. I think I'm fine with spending XP then. But we still need the ranger buffs. Okay, let's get better torpedoes. Or torpedo upgrades. Although, at this point, if I'm being honest, research doesn't really matter that much anymore. Just stay ahead on time with your support tech, with your infantry tech, your artillery tech, and the rest is honestly fine. Ooh, we could be building mill factories at this point, but I don't really care anymore. The 450 factories that we have right now is more than enough for me. Panzer Expert for Patton. Ah, there we go. Now that Japan declared war on us, Iceland demands protection. There we go. We annex, we puppet Iceland. Non-aggression pact with China. The crappy submarines are immediately doing their job, but I am just gonna say they are probably gonna die. But that's not gonna be my problem. I'm gonna get the strike force over here now. Although we should have done it earlier. Okay, Erhard wants to become an ace. I'm fine with that. Oh! Just a bunch of convoys that we're raiding now. There we go. Japan is attacking everywhere. If our ships were... There we go. I'm just gonna put them on strike force here. Without the convoys, the Japanese should be defeated very easily here. Alright, final infantry stack. I'm just gonna put those here, here, and just do area defense, I suppose. I don't really give a shit about the Philippines. If they fall, then they fall. I'm just gonna keep my navy here, but I'm not gonna micromanage anything here. If the navy falls, then it falls. Whoo! Very nice, very nice. Probably should have built a few more submarines now that I look at this. Could be fun to just blockade Japan. Okay, we have one full holding stack. I think that's fine. We're gonna get another stack full of pushing divisions. Here we go. Let's get those guys out, and then I'm gonna make another tank stack and one more marine stack. Okay. So our goal is we'll have one stack of those offensive infantry divisions, one field marshal full of those. We're gonna have one field marshal under MacArthur with 2 generals full of tanks, and then 3 of those marines. And then we're also going to wait. We cannot join. Oh, Japan still has to declare war on the rest of the of Indochina. Okay, I think at this point we have developed enough. We are just gonna swap to I think if I bump down once, that's fine. Because that's 80% and that's 50. I'm just gonna go down to limited exports just to be safe. Oh fuck, I also forgot about the cars. I'm focusing too much on being a guide and too little on doing my thing. Don't think we can... Oh, we can put 2 on those. Okay, let's do this. There we go. Now we can join the allies. Become one with them. I'm just gonna get the Schnorkel just in case, although, like, as I said, actually, yeah, let's build a few submarines. We can afford it. So I'm just gonna give you auto reinforcement, auto split off for the submarine guy. Did I not research 1940 submarines? I feel like I did. 1940 submarine hull. This wasn't here before. Anyway, submarine. We are just gonna strap torpedoes on this thing. As many as we can. As best engine as we can. There we go. Now, usually I wouldn't worry about the radars, but we don't have schnorkels yet, so we might as well get radars here on the submarine hull. And then, just for Japan, I'm gonna put like 3 dockyards on the submarines. Come on, let's go for a 4th one. Submarines are just addicting. Okay, I'm not sure if I said it, but I'm not gonna pick a focus until we can switch to limited exports. Yeah, the submarines are already getting destroyed. Should be fine though. There we go, limited exports. And we don't need to import anything anymore, except for, you know, rubber. And even the chromium we could develop ourselves. But I'm gonna get that one from the UK. Might as well support our allies. And then we're just gonna keep on building mill factories. And let's join the war. Ah, great, I have the bug. I can't see how many... I can't see the air zones. I think that fixes it if we reload, so... Let's just quickly reload. Potentially it's not going to be there, but, you know, like, there's a higher chance that we see a little bit more with the air zones. There we go! Look at that, that fixes it. Okay, I'm gonna deploy all of those heavy fighters. I'm gonna shift left click them to train them. And then we can dismiss those planes. We can also fire Ernest King now. Yeah. Thought about keeping him, but you know, like, doesn't really do anything for us anymore. So naval refit yards next. And that is our army. I forgot about one marine. Shit. There we go. Let's produce one more marine. Okay. Those marines are already trained. Oh, fuck, I never gave them an order. Should be fine. We lost a little bit of equipment then. There we go. Assign those guys over here. The rest I'm just gonna do area defense in the UK. And then we're gonna make quick work of Germany. With that, we can also get the Schnorkel submarine. There we go. That's everything. Oh, we are winning a lot of battles here. Not even that bad, honestly. Like, they're still doing fine, our submarines so far. Could even turn you into a submarine specialist or a commerce raiding guy. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Because we still need one infantry guy. We need CAS guy would be cool, and a tank guy. Doctrine. I mean, focus. I guess we can get the Pentagon. Yeah, let's get Bureau of Ships. Faster shipbuilding. And I definitely need garrison support from the Philippines. 17,000 manpower. Oh god! Japan, what are you doing? I guess all the raiding is gonna cause them to run out of oil soon, because like they're not doing anything here. It's also kind of the first time where I am tempted to just go after Japan. Because look at this is so pathetic. Alright, let's get the final marine down. And if I was playing any other nation, I would train a few divisions just so we can deploy them in case another front opens up, in case we get navally invaded or something. But there's no threat anywhere. I'm actually going to deploy... Wait, do we have Hawaii? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna deploy those submarines in California then. Just because that's the nearest location to our task force here. And then let's also just make this proper. I opened the task force editor here and then just bump this once so we have 10 submarines. And then I'm gonna apply this to... Fuck, I didn't save the template. I just never learn, man. I just don't like it. There we go. And now we're just gonna apply this template to all of these so that they fill up, and then we have even more power against Japan. And then I'm just gonna split these guys up once more. I want 10 submarine stacks, so I'm just gonna, you know, there we go. With that, that guy will soon have all the submarines that he would want. Ooh, actually, I'm gonna go with unrestricted submarine warfare. It's even better. Less visibility on our submarines. Alright, let's start using our great fighters here. I'm just gonna get them up to 10 stacks. So we have 2,000 fighters deployed here. And then let's deploy the rest here, train these guys as well. Okay, then let's take a look at the economy side a little bit. We are in need of Shermans. I was still training. Are we attritioning? We are attritioning up here. I guess I can send this guy out here then. There we go. Just so these don't attrition our stockpile away. And if you want to, you could also get some mechanized for the tanks here. But I think these are gonna perform fine enough. Okay, the invasion would be ready. Yeah, okay, that's fun. Navy is fun. Look at what's left. Wait, do you? Don't tell me. Oh, you're... The submarines aren't gonna do anything anymore because Japan is out of convoys. And they're out of fuel, so... Any submarines that they have will go out without any protection and then immediately get intercepted. So... That's this guy, there we go. I really didn't plan with taking out Japan this quickly, but... Sure, let's stay historical here. Let's quickly deal with Germany and then we can take a look at Japan. It's just without Germany. I kind of want CAS when I push into Germany. How's the German? How's the Fliegsmarine looking? Okay, nope. I'm fine with putting fewer on. There we go. Let's do something like this. Just gonna focus heavily on CAS right now. And then can deploy a little bit of CAS here. Oh, what? We still have crap CAS. Okay, wait a minute. I'm gonna do something. Then Lend-Lease, start Lend-Lease. We could also just destroy the CAS, but I'm just gonna Lend-Lease it away. The A20 should be the good one, yeah. With the A12, I can send the A12 away. That's that one. What's our XP 58? Okay. Everything except for the A20 and the XP 58. There we go. I'm just gonna get all of the crappy planes over to the UK. And then we can deploy our CAS here. And then we won't have to worry about crappy planes destroying our range here. Okay, this stuff goes over here. We send some fighters to protect us. And then we're gonna start this offensive. Japan. Instead of going through the Pacific, these guys are just cruising by, drive by Italy, through the Suez, over to the Raj, into the Philippines. Not the path that I would have chosen, but it's gonna be okay. Okay, invasion has started. We're gonna get the CAS over here just to CAS, and then we will land in a second. Let's also get the marine upgrades, although we don't really need it anymore. Okay, Marines have landed. We're just gonna spread out very quickly with all of these guys. And then let us delete this order. I'm going to press the frontline button and shift left click. That way we have a combined front line. And then we're just going to draw an arrow and honestly just get everyone over here, please. Oh, I kind of thought the UK would have more ships here, but I guess they don't. And we have to be a bit careful here because I just sent our entire tank stack over here as well. But it's probably gonna be fine. Let's also stop exercising. That's probably a pretty good idea while you're attacking. And the main goal, as I said right now, is just spread out as much as you can to secure supply. And because we have a bunch of divisions here, I'm just gonna let this auto for a while. For a second, we actually overran, guys. Oh, and Vichy was annexed. I love how I just love when this happens. Like, Vichy is just suddenly here. And that's Vichy. That's France freed. This guy is here. Yep. Patton is here. And I'm just gonna let this be autoed, honestly. Just assign the planes here and then they will deal with this. Then let's draw the front line here as well, so it's connected. And you know what? Please just drive to Leeuwarden. Oh, never mind. There is a real German that's blocking us over the... There we go. Over the strait. And let's also make this front bigger. Oh, we're getting a few red arrows. But it's only a few. Night Vision 1 is also very good. And then I'm just gonna get a few more doctrines here. As well as the mountain attack here. I would have liked to get the mountain artillery, but I forgot about it before I picked the doctrines here. And now, we're just gonna push a little bit into Germany. See how far we go before it bogs down. Because we can afford all of this right now, and we can just take some German industry. There we go. I've actually done an encirclement here, so you can't just say that I completely altered this. There we go. That encirclement will win the war. Let's just clean up France here. Because it's still a decent amount of Germans here. The front is actually getting a little bit... It's not getting stale, but we're just having few units on the front here. Can probably get a few more... Yeah, there we go. More CAS. And it does look like we have to manage a little bit ourselves. So I'm just gonna get those fighters over here, and then we're gonna jump into Western Germany so we have the green air here. Okay, we have red now on the front, so I'm gonna stop the front here. But with these guys, I'm just gonna clean up here. There we go. Ooh, the riots. Sure, I want the stability. Right, let's clean up this pocket then. And then I'm just gonna press H once to stop the attack and get everyone in here. There we go. These guys are ready. I'm gonna wait until everyone is here and then get them the planning bonus here. And then we can attack Germany. In the meantime... Oh god, we're suffering from attrition down here. In the meantime, I'm just gonna start this offensive. And I'm gonna tell our defensive guys, well, the other army stack, the non-specialized, the basic infantry, I'm just gonna tell these guys to area defense here in Japan. We might have a little bit of trouble here because I did not get the proper, I didn't check about the port here. So these guys only have 50% of their org, but it should still be fine. If you need to, you can also press the force attack button. Like with that, you pretty much always win. But we did not need it this game. And then I'm just gonna draw arrow here, tell these guys to go. I'm gonna go a little bit myself. There we go. Oh, what? We didn't lose the front here. Oh, that is a big surprise to me. Alright, I'm just gonna tell these guys to attack as well. And we're gonna assign like a U lot here. There we go, 10 down here. And the rest is up here. Let's clean up Nagasaki. That's pretty much Japan. Like, no fighters, no CAS. You just need to land once. And I didn't even use my navy. Like, I just used the basic submarines here to raid a little bit. And sure, the ships that I produced probably made a difference here because we actually did take out Japanese ships here. But like at the end of the day, Hirohito ran out of oil and out of convoys, and I didn't protect the submarines here. There we go, those guys are... They want to backstab us right now. So I'm just gonna make sure that... There we go, this pocket is gone. Alright, let's take a quick look at Europe. I think we can just try another push here. Don't have any cast up. Oh well, we have a little bit of cast up right now. And our fighters. Yalta fired. Yeah, the cast is actually doing quite a bit. Considering we don't have that much cast, that's a bit surprising. There we go. We can now free Denmark as well. Which is obviously very important. And in the meantime, just Japan. There we go. Tokyo. What will fall first? Tokyo or Berlin? We're knocking at both at the same time, but Berlin... Oh, no, never mind. I was about to say, because we were fighting here already, but Tokyo has fallen, and there we go. Berlin has fallen as well. Sure, let's build in Indiana. Okay, we're already building over there. I just don't give a shit. We're just pushing. It's expensive. But we're still trading pretty good. Like, we're winning most of those battles. And Japan... Oh, we don't have a front here. A front line. There we go. Let's just finish Japan off. Don't even have to look at the rest of this. We can focus on Europe, and by focus I mean we can just... Never mind. We can just watch it. Now, for the post-piece, not really anything. I guess we can get the chromium here. And at least a little bit of China, because a little bit of Japan, because sometimes the AI releases Japan. Or a bit of Japan survives, there we go. Because China didn't take anything, a bit of Japan survived. We might as well get a few more islands, Caroline, Marshall. But, sure. Hirohito will survive. Even though, well, I feel like I should have been allowed to annex him, but that's a different thing entirely. Okay. We can also get our final... Wait, what? There's only 62... Oh, there's a couple here. No, that's not even that many. There we go. That's still half of the army that we were missing. Oh, right. That's German Denmark, so we can't attack there. I'm just gonna get these guys over here and we can push the rest. And we can also annex the Philippines. Just have to check. Okay, we're not building over there. That's fine then. And then we might as well work on... Jesus, that's a lot of building slots in Iceland. Work on annexing Iceland. There we go. Germany has capitulated to the Dutch. Sure. I don't mind. You know what, I'm just going to delete the front and shift left click this. And then we're going to draw another arrow here. Ooh, I'm going to pick Logistics Wizard for MacArthur. And then I press B, so they railroad to the front. And then I'm gonna wait just a smidge for these guys to get a bit more planning bonus. And there we go. Let's knock down Italy as well. I'm gonna get a bit more on this front, just to make it quick. Then let's also ask for... Nah, shit, you don't control those yet. Okay, surely you control Veneto now. Okay, perfect. We're gonna get Veneto from France and Alto Adige. There we go. With that, we can push without worry into Italy, and we're gonna get all of Italy if we get the Italian puppet, and I do feel like we will get the Italian puppet. There we go. Italy is cut off, and that usually means Italy has fallen. Hungary is out. Mussolini is deposed. Italian Civil War, fall of Rome. We did get the Italian puppet, but not that much of Italy, sadly. And that is it. That is it. That was... Oh my god, it was way too quick. I believe we just need to cap Bulgaria at this point. So let's just snipe some VPs, get as much war score as we can get. Because we only lost 220,000 Americans in World War II. And it's 1942. Probably a start of 1943. But that's it. That's World War II. Now, depending on what your goals are, you could get a little bit of Hungary here, a little bit of Romania. So you have a border with the Soviets. You could get your historical German colony. Or you could contest France a little bit for the German land. You could get a bit of Italy. I'm just gonna get Austria. Oh, we can also get Norway. Nice. Let's get Norway then. And of course, Jan Mayen. No, I can't get anything. Right, let's give up Franken. Southern Slovakia. I think we'll have to share Norway with someone. Ah, they get the fin marks. And that's it. We have expanded a little bit as the US, but that's not really what you play the US for. We have Greenland, we have Iceland, we have a blob in Central Europe, we have American Italy. And pretty much all of Japan. Philippines have been annexed. And if you wanted to, you could also crush the Soviets. Like, this was so quick and easy. Look at our stockpiles. We still have everything. Our navy wasn't dented at all. Like, we could declare war on the UK right now and be completely fine. But still, the US is super fun. Personally, I do like to go for the Soviets again. Just because you have a little bit of spice. Because, like, 1943... I didn't even do I did one encirclement. And pretty much no microing otherwise. A bit disappointing, but you know, like that is the US. You just have punching power and you just win.